Ready to unlock the digital entrepreneur secrets? Join us today with Zain Arshad, founder of Zrafted, a digital marketing powerhouse. From high school dream of an online clothing store, Zain now leads a team of 41 remote professionals in IT services. Learn how Zain will help businesses grow online using AI-powered virtual assistants, Google Map optimizations, and cutting-edge digital strategies. Remember, successful entrepreneurs work on their business, not just in. Let's dive in. Welcome, everyone, to our podcast today. We are thrilled to have Zain Arshad, the founder of Zrafted, or Zrafted?
Zrafted.
Zrafted, joining us today. Zain is a digital entrepreneur with over 11 years of experience in WordPress, Shopify development, SEO, and Google Analytics. Zain, welcome to the show. Can you tell us about your path to becoming an entrepreneur and how you started Zrafted?
Thank you for having me on board today, and thank you for the invite. So it all started like 11 years ago when I was in the high school and I wanted to do some business. It could be anything. So for that, I decided to start a clothing brand that's only online, like e-commerce store. Back in the day, there was nothing like that. And my main priority was to keep the budget as low as possible initially to start the business. So for that, what I did is I started learning how to get my company online, how to start the store, how to get more customers, how to build the website and all. Zrafted was basically a clothing store before that. It started as a clothing store. So I spent numerous hours on YouTube and other like Vimeo and other Udemy and courses and things like that to start learning like how to make a website, how to make my page, how to start advertising on Meta, Facebook, Instagram, and other social media to get more customers for the clothing products that could be shirts and jeans and trousers. So eventually, after learning everything, I was able to get my website live and running. It was, you can say, a customized clothing website in which the customer would first come on the website, choose the fabric. Then he was able to choose the style and everything, and then eventually check out and pay online and get it delivered. After running it for a few months, I realized it's not my type of thing, and it's not my type that I want to do something as a career, as a professional career, and pursue with that. So what I decided is I just abandoned the store and converted Zrafted into this digital marketing services and IT services eventually. So first of all, I started as a one-man show, started with creating websites for different businesses, small businesses, mostly the professionals or individuals or home services. And eventually I started to learn and eventually things got better. I started getting more and more clients. The work started to flow in. Referrals started to, the referrals start to build. Once they start to build the word of mouth, that's the best marketing. So I started getting more and more clients, and then I got new people in my team, website developers. My main target was to keep the cost low as always. And I was only like a teenager that time. So that's how it began. And eventually now we are a team of 41 people working remotely together. And we're into multiple IT services. A digital marketing, which includes your website, your social media, your paid ads, your e-commerce marketing. Other than that, we are also into virtual assistants. Businesses around the world, they opt for a virtual assistant to cut down their costs, and they're working remotely for the client side directly. The third thing is the managed IT services. I have a professional team of IT experts, which are capable of handling the complex projects such as the cloud services projects or cybersecurity projects. And we started to get into that. And mostly that's only for enterprise clients. Those small or mostly no mid-sized businesses are into managed IT services.
That's amazing.
So this is
I actually didn't know you guys are doing IT services as well.
Yeah.
That's a very well-rounded business there. E-commerce and IT services. What made you guys put those together and do both? Usually people do one or the other.
The journey started from zero. So eventually we started to learn more and more and started to add more and more things into the company as a service. And eventually next target is to build a software or an application related to the business that can be sold as a service. So that's called SaaS, SaaS.
What made you decide to introduce large enterprise clients compared to small to medium-sized businesses?
Basically, when you're working with a large enterprise, that's beneficial for you in multiple ways. The first thing is that you start building more connections. You get high ticket projects and they're more reliable compared to small businesses. For example, once you start working with an enterprise and you keep providing with them with you can say the top quality work and top quality delivery with a complete satisfaction, you are able to get and score more and more projects with that. And
That
once you have a
makes sense.
high ticket project, you're able to maximize your profits on.
That is amazing. I know you said you have 41
Mhm.
employees. Are you just you as the managing partner? Is there someone else that kind of you work with to do all your business relationships and stuff?
Not really. All of the other team is just the you can say the admin, the operations. I am into the main marketing and the sales. Other than that, we have the sales team that working on different funnels. For example, we have a sales team that working on the content creation funnel through which we're getting clients. And we have a sales team that's working on outbound calls. That's also a sales team. And then we have another sales team that's working on creating our, you can say, creating our Google rankings for our own website and our own funnels. We have different landing pages with getting clients from different type of landing pages, and all of them fall into our company.
That is absolutely amazing. I didn't realize how big you got your operation was over there. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a couple of questions and lead into this. I know you're working with enterprise clients. How do you make those connections with those clients and then kind of keep those connections? I know a lot of times in technology, we're kind of disconnected as human beings from like soft
Yeah.
skills and hard skills. How do you guys manage that?
So in order to retain the connection, it's actually not only for the enterprises, it's also for the small businesses. You need to retain the connection. You need to stay updated with the new technology, with the new updates in the market. You need to keep offering the best service, the best value they could get. And you have to keep updated them, keep in touch and things like that. So what I do is instead of scrolling through Facebook and TikTok all day, the most used app on my phone is LinkedIn.
Beautiful one.
That way I'm able to stay connected with my previous clients, my potential clients, my prospects, my cold leads, my warm leads. And other than that, I try to write a newsletter once a week or sometime bi-weekly, which is sent out to my email list. And the other thing, for the clients that we have on board, for example, we have multiple businesses on board. So what we do is if we come across something new, a new technology or a new software or a new tool that could help their business, we're not going to tell them, okay, you will have to pay this much more to integrate this. We'll just integrate that, considering it's not too much of a cost. So we'll just integrate that into the business. We let them know we integrated this. Let's see how it goes for a few months. If it's beneficial for you, we'll keep it running and then we can discuss the financials again.
That's actually a very amazing plan right there. I like that.
Yeah, it's
And we
not
can
like
learn from that.
I'm not gonna call that person, okay, you're gonna pay 2,000 more a month. It's like, why should I pay? What am I getting? What are the results? What is the case study? What can you guarantee? So first we have to test it out, then we have to so we can just go ahead and launch it into new businesses, pitch to new clients and things like that.
That is the one amazing way to do that because if it's running in the background, they see the benefit for it, then they'll want to invest more in it and work with you to do that.
Yeah. And if they're not getting the returns, then they're not going to pay us eventually. They will eventually have to close down the business. And that's not what we want because if they are making more money, then we are making more money.
100%. At the end of the day, you're still running a business and you have people that
Yeah.
you have to answer to and work with and create that
Definitely.
synergy together.
Yeah, of course, we also have liabilities. We have people on board full time. We have to pay them. We have to pay other costs. We have tools that we have. We have to pay for the software. We have to pay for the hardware, for the subscription, the thing, a lot of that. But our main aim, what we do is the best thing that I think we do in for our operations is every month we have an audit of what software we are using, what costs we are bearing, and if we still need it or not. It's not like we're gonna go with by half a year down the road and we're gonna okay, we never used it for 3 months, so that's unsubscribing. No. Every month we have to do that.
Yeah, it's very important to have those sit downs with the companies each month, go over your reports and see the costs and see what's actually working and not working.
Yeah.
I know in a lot of small
Definitely.
businesses, they don't really see that value sometimes to understand that as startups, for example, you have to pay all this money into things like you said, and there are a lot of overhead costs. They don't see the value sometimes. But running the
Yeah,
enterprise, they have a little bit more money to spend. You can kind of show them that value more on a larger level.
definitely.
Very amazing. You guys are doing good work over there.
Thank you.
Are you guys seeing any kind of innovations with like AI and automation that you're deploying or going to be working on?
Yes, we started with the AI tool, which is basically you can say a virtual receptionist for you for your business. We need 3 to 4 hours maximum to train it with the documentation of your business. For example, if you're a home service provider and you need somebody to take your calls, we can deploy the AI on your phone number, whatever business number you have. And what happens is all the calls go through that system. They will talk to you, the customer or a lead or whatever they are. They will ask them details and eventually book your appointment.
So have you been setting this up in the field already for people, or is this something that you're just taking on?
We started taking it on like few months ago, and we already have it deployed for one business, and it's going good so far.
Now, what kind of businesses do you work with to do that? All kinds within the enterprise, or there's certain types of businesses?
It depends on the services, what service they're looking for. Mostly what I tell you, what the trend is. If it's a small business owner, it could be a brick and mortar business, or it could be a services business such as the home services or the trade services. They will need few services from our company only, which will be all related to digital marketing. The first is the website. Second is if they want to invest in a lot, then they will take in the appointment setting tool or automated appointment setting for the clients to keep track of everything. Then they will need the social media management and social media marketing. Then it comes the Google has two type of marketing. The first is the Google organic marketing, which includes the SEO, and the other is the pay-per-click ads. Everybody knows that Google ads and Google AdWords. And the third thing I missed out is the Google Maps.
Yes, that is very important.
What my calculation right now is that's the most neglected tool right now. Everybody neglects that, but nobody knows that it has 1 billion visitors per month.
So, what is it that they're neglecting with that tool? I know a lot of people, they're like, okay, my business is on there, but do they not set it up correctly? Or is there other things they can do to improve that search? What is it?
They don't work on it. They don't want, they might have 100 customers a day. For example, a restaurant, they will not give any incentive for a review. But I have seen restaurants around the world, they're giving a free pop or a free, you can say a free meal size upgrade just for a review. This way you will be able to build up thousands of reviews over time. And once you have thousands of reviews, you will know how, you cannot imagine the scalability you will get.
So, they just need a better strategy, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
They
you can say.
lack direction.
And most of them, what I have what I have seen is that they don't care. They're like, okay, my business is running. Why do I need to spend money on something that is not needed? And what I assume is that on the back of the mind, they're thinking, okay, if I came 10 years down the road with this, I have my car, I have my house, I can pay the mortgage, I can pay my bills and everything. So why do I need to spend a few $100s or a few $1,000s on this? Why not I can just save it or invest in something? But they don't understand the fact that the money that they are spending is not spending, it's investing on the business.
I actually agree with that 100%. I actually I was part of a group on this thing called Alignable. And
Mm-hmm.
they were talking, a lady was talking about she didn't see the value in doing Facebook groups or doing social media, even though a lot of her clients are on there. You're like, no, I don't need any of that. I don't have time for that. It's not what I'm trying to do. And it's just not seeing that value that your business could be doing so much better if you took the time to invest in these things. Talk to someone like yourself and try to figure it out for their business.
Yeah, they don't want to do it actually. I had a meeting
Yeah.
yesterday. And yesterday morning, I had a meeting with a client. He's into home services business. And he was like, okay, you've seen my workshop. I have multiple people working with me. I have multiple employees. I have few clients ongoing. I have few projects going on. So why do I need to spend money? I don't need to spend money.
They don't understand the investment. It's like
Yeah.
you have people that run their businesses and you have people
Mhm.
that have the businesses running them. And
Yeah.
they don't understand about working in the business and
And
working on
working
the
on the
business.
bill. Definitely. Yes.
They don't get that. And you see that's going to be miserable or being like set for the rest of your life.
Mostly what I have figured out is most of the people are not running a business. They are self-employed.
Yes.
It's not a business. It's a self-employment.
Yep.
Created your own job. So you are working on your job that you are the boss and you are answerable to yourself. You are accountable to yourself and you are working it. You're not running a business.
They don't see that separation or mindset, or they haven't had that mindset shift just yet. They're like, oh, I'm miserable if I'm working at this company. So I'm going to go start another company and work for myself. But you're kind of
Yeah,
working against yourself, unfortunately.
definitely. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
spending more time. They're getting less in return, but they're not into the growth. They're not working on the growth.
And you have to have that when you run a business, or it will run you
Yeah.
into the ground.
Yeah,
Yeah. We
definitely.
try
It
and
should not
tell people
eye
that.
trading. Yeah, it should not eye trading with the advancement. You're not going with it.
Yeah. You're just going straight down the hole, no return.
Yeah.
But they're like those fly by night music artists, those one hit wonders. You're in business for like what? A couple of months and then you're out by the end of the year.
Yeah, there's so many businesses like that. They don't show up.
And it
Down the
blows
road,
my
if
mind. I have these conversations all the time. It's just their mindset is just so unconstructive. They just kind of destroy themselves in the process.
and mostly what I have seen is the biggest industry that's been targeted with that mindset is restaurants.
Ooh.
They build a restaurant, they get viral on TikTok for a few weeks or a few months, and eventually they die down and close down
They don't have a
because they
business.
don't keep providing the value. Everybody sees the video, sees that reel or a post, and they are tempted to try it. But the thing is, if you want to sell your product, the first time it sells with your ad creative, and the second time it sells with the quality. Nobody is going to come back if you are giving poor quality.
Percent. I like how you said that. The quality is very important.
Yeah, if you're getting the first time customer, it's not you can say unexceptional. But if you're getting a second time, that's the good thing for your business.
There's a reason
That
like
way,
why they're coming back.
yeah, that way you're getting referral, you're getting word of mouth, you're getting more customer. They might end up buying your product, gifting it to somebody else, and he is your indirect customer also.
It's always interesting how there's so much strategy involved in this, but people fail to see that or understand how good it can be for them.
Yeah.
It's
And one
important. I
more
guess
thing
that's
that
why we're in business.
I've seen people, they don't want to give back to the customer. What their main mindset is, if he's coming for once, let's just drain his pockets the maximum I can. Why do it that? Why is not your target that you want that person to come again and again and give you recurring business?
Yes, that you're building that relationship, you're building that community. And
Yeah,
you're
they don't
not
want to do
just a
that.
business, you're putting purpose out there. People over profits. You have to make
Yeah,
money at the end of the day. You have to take care of those people that are giving you money to make that business happen.
yeah. But what their target is, if he's coming for once, let me overcharge.
Yes. You see
Why
that
don't you
so
keep the
much.
margins low? Why don't you keep the percentage low? Yeah, make your profit. That's your right. But don't charge unexceptionally high and then let him think, oh man, I spent so much.
Yes. People have a lot of inflated egos over their business models and what they're actually
Mm.
doing and actually accomplishing. How are you helping people build your community? Like, are you doing any kind of initiatives for creating clients to connect and share experiences? Any kind of platforms like Facebook? Or how are you helping to bring people together?
Yeah, what I think is building a community is very beneficial for a business that's doing B2C. For example, a business that's selling consumer product. That way you could have a community that is interacting with each other, and this way you can start selling more products eventually. Most of the clients don't want other companies to know that they're working with you. The main reason is they don't want the competitor to come to you. and get the same service. And what our rule is also that what we do is we are working with you can say a contractor. We're not going to work with another contractor in the same area,
Very true.
because that will be a conflict of interest, and that will be unfair to both of them. If we're working on one, we need to the same strategy on the other one, and then it won't work.
Very well said.
We can take a contractor from another area, minimum 100 kilometers away, then that's where we will be able to, because this guy will not be going in his area and this guy is not going to in his area. That's a very high possibility.
I understand. That makes sense now.
So this way we can help both of them, but if they are just few blocks apart, we cannot help both of them. We can just take the first one who came to us.
How you maintain communication with your clients through the project, about like phone numbers they can reach out to you, email. Is there any other way they can kind of communicate with you? Any other platforms or anything?
Okay, we have multiple ways for the clients to reach out to us. The first one is email. The other is they get a phone number. We have our internal phone number they can reach out to. Mostly they can also reach out to, we create a group chat with the team, the one that's working on them, and they can have it's mostly 1 or 2% from the client side. If they want more people, we add them all in a group chat, and we all know what's going on. We provide regular updates in the group chat. We did this, we're doing this, we're going to do this tomorrow. We need downtime. We need a dedicated downtime and things like that. So client is updated with that.
That is awesome. Communication is always key with clients, making sure they already know what's going on.
And if it's a one-time service, for example, if somebody comes to us and he says, okay, I need this project done, please do this for me. And mostly they don't need regular communication. But if they don't need regular communication, what we do is we keep track as a log of all the tasks that we did in a file. And when the project ends, we send that as an email to the client. Okay, we did all of this. Here you go.
Very well said. Thank you for that insight. As we wrap up here, Zain, I want to thank you for coming on here. Would there be any kind of advice that you'd give other entrepreneurs in this business space that can kind of improve their online presence?
For the online presence, what I suggest as to every businesses, you should have as many sources of online customer inflow as you can. It could be social media, it could be Google Maps, Apple Maps, Bing Maps, it could be other, there are other search engine that mostly people don't know about is Yandex. You need to submit your websites on all search engines. You need to have your business on all maps. Then you need all social media pages. You need to have an email subscriber list. Keep track of all your clients. Keep track of all your customers. Take as much data as possible. If you cannot afford the tools, just do it manually. Create an Excel sheet, create a Google sheet, and put it in that name, phone number, date of birth. Reach out to them on their birthday so they know it's a connection. Mostly if it's a business and as a client, if you go to some business and you buy a service or product for one, and eventually you need that again, there's a high possibility you might not remember you went there. So you will just search it for it again. But if you have a constant contact with that customer and you keep sending email bi-weekly or once a month, you will stay on the back of the mind. You will stay in his mind. He will eventually come back to you. It's not like he will forget that, but if you keep sending an email, then keep your social medias updated, keep posting, keep your Google Maps updated, keep your website updated, keep a blog, add new blogs, add new videos, stay in touch. That's the best thing you can do for your brand.
Now, I know a lot of people might be saying, that's a lot of work. I've had success on one platform, but I kind of just stay there. I mean, also, would they really use some automation to do this for them? But it all has to be done manually.
There's automation. You can get a tool for a few bucks a month, and that can be just post on that, and that will take care of all the social media. It will go everywhere with one click.
And that's what we do in our business. Automation.
Yeah, actually, we do that for business. We set up an automation for them, and this way they can, for example, they have a new picture to post. They just post it once. It goes on everywhere. Social media, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn company page, LinkedIn personal page, your Pinterest, your website blog. So yeah, and for Google Maps also.
But it sounds like they need someone. They'll need to reach out to you to get that set up for them, because
Yeah,
trying to take care of all that stuff is kind of a lot to take on as a business owner. You don't have time for everything.
yeah, we can cater all type of services like that. We can take care of them. It's just a one-time setup, so that they don't need to be worried about a liability or monthly liability. So what we do is we set it up for them and we hand it over to them. We provide a documentation with everything that they need, for example, how to operate and things like that, so they can easily operate it themselves later on.
Awesome. Now, if our audience wants to reach out to you, they like to work with you. Where can they find you? Like, we're online, email.
They can contact us through anywhere. Just go on Google, type a company name, you'll get the website. Go to our website, Zrafted.com, fill out the contact form, or contact through social media, or you have a phone number, email on the website. Just contact through that, and one of our team members will get back to you. And our
Awesome.
response rate, I think our response rate is the maximum in the industry. It's highest response rate. What we do is we have an average of 2 hour response time for all the queries.
That's pretty good.
Because what we're doing is we are leveraging different time zones. If you reach out at 1 a.m. in the night, it might be somewhere one of our team members that's morning for him and he's online.
Awesome. We'll definitely put the information down in the show notes also, so you guys can reach out to Zain. Zain, is there anything else you'd like to leave our audience to let them know before we take off?
That's all I think. Just if you're running a business, make sure you're not self-employed. You're running a business. Make it as a business, not a self-employment.
Amen, brother. Well,
Thank
thank you,
you.
Zain, for coming on here. Appreciate your time today. And thank you guys all for listening.
Thank
Well, I'd
you.
love to have you on again sometimes. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.